Thanks for speaking with us today, Nat. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
My name is Nat Turner, and I was born on October 2nd, 1800, in Southampton County, Virginia. I was an enslaved preacher for all blacks in my time.
Interesting. So tell us about your early life.
I was born on a plantation owned by Benjamin Turner. I was taught how to read, write, and learn the religion of Christianity. My owner treated me and my mother very well, even though life was still very hard. We were given opportunities other slaves were not.
Was religion an important part of your life?
Yes, very much so. My owner, Ben Turner, gave me a Bible when I was 13, and this really changed me for who I am. I began to follow the religion and pray every day.
Did you believe yourself to be a prophet from God?
Yes, when I was in my early 20s, when God told me I was chosen for a job, I began to have daily visions, which were the message that God was telling me, and I began to tell my fellow slaves to follow God and listen to what He was telling me. After these visions began occurring, I started my own church service at Barnes Church near the North Carolina border to talk about my visions more.
I see. So what led you to your famous revolt against your masters?
The last message that God sent to me told me that the time was soon for the first to be the last, and the last was to be first. But that I needed to wait until the right time. This began to get me thinking about how I would strike to. I entrusted 4 of my friends with the plan. The plan for this revolt was to show that slaves had power and didn't need to be mistreated any longer.
I see. Tell us about the revolt itself.
The revolt started when I received a sign from God, which was a solar eclipse making the sky a nice blue color, and this told me that it was time to strike. Me and 6 of my friends began by killing the Travis family who owned us. We then proceeded to take the guns and went the next family, the Francises, killed them and freed the other slaves that were on the plantation. This slaughter continued to go around the whole town, killing about 60 white people until we encountered a militia of armed white men and we ran and hid in the woods.
I see. Why did you not kill all of the white people in the town, specifically the poor white people?
We were revolting for those who deemed us less than them, and some of the families in the town felt that we were equal, so we didn't have a reason to kill them. The poor ones specifically thought no better of themselves than they did of Negroes.
I see. Would you say your revolt was for better or for worse, and why?
My revolt was for the better because it started to stop the mistreatment and hardships of African American people and to try to abolish slavery. My hope is that other people will see that I am trying to cause good in the world and that they will follow in my footsteps so that nobody else has to suffer.
I see. How were you caught?
After the night of the revolt, when we ran, I went to a swamp that I was familiar with because it was far away and secluded where nobody would find me. I lived here for 6 weeks until I was discovered by a hunter who held me at gunpoint and turned me into the authorities.
I see. Once you were caught, were you afraid to die?
No, I was ready for whatever fate awaited me, even death.
I see. Well, this concludes our interview. Thank you, Nat Turner, and enjoy your death.
Thank you.